Hello, everybody. Welcome to another conversation with Growing Pains, a generation conversation with Chloe and Suzy. Now, this time, Chloe, my niece, is not here today. She's not part of this conversation. So we're just Auntie Suzy today. So today's topic, Auntie Suzy, yes, that's what they call me. So this topic is a continuation of episode 3, where we talked about dating across the ages 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. And on that episode, we only just had women. I had myself, my daughter, of course, niece, Chloe, and another special guest. And today I wanted to continue this conversation to get a male perspective on these dating streets. So today I'm with my fellow teacher, co-worker, Donnie. He is a music teacher at my school, and I've known him for about 3 years. I think so, not about years. So I just wanted to welcome him and to thank him for talking to me today on this topic. Donnie, we were married for 17 years, right? And 2 boys, and that's a good stretch. I was married for 30 years. I was actually 12 when I got married. All right, so let's get started. So, Donnie, I wanted to ask you, how was it like after your divorce, after 17 years? How was your experience out there? Because it's been a while. How was it like? How did you feel? Did you get a chance to sit with yourself and figure out your role in the divorce, and how is that now when you're first out the door in these dating streets? How did your divorce affect you, and how was your mindset going out there?
Well, like everybody else, it's always the other person's fault. The initial shock is like, yeah, she was no good or he was no good, and we all did that. We all said that. But if in reality, it takes 2 people. It takes 2 people for things not to work.
Right.
It takes one person to say, no, we're going to try and we're going to keep trying. And it also takes one person to say that we're not going to do this anymore. So I did my soul searching after I blamed my ex-wife, which is a good friend of mine too. After I blamed her for everything, then I did my own soul searching and realized that, we were both at fault. And so because of that, now you basically sit down and do some soul searching, like I said, and then
sitting with yourself and doing yourself inquiry.
And you look at the areas that you needed to improve and take all that plus all the good that you've already had, and now you try to recreate something, which is not easy at this age. It's not easy. And
I know for you and I we spoke before we started talking, and I asked you, what have you come up with that realized your role? What did you tell me?
I learned that being right, fellas, if you're all listening, stop trying to be right.
So would you agree with the statement, being kind is better than being right?
Being happy is better than being right. Being happy is better than being right. And I learned that from my dad. I'm also learning that. And I say that also learning that because I have friends. I have a lot of female friends that are really good friends. My circle has never been as strong as it is now. And I'm learning from them.
What do you mean your circle has never been?
The people that I associate myself with.
You have a tight, small group.
Yes, right. A small group of people.
That help you stay focused.
That help you stay focused. That are honest. That are honest with me. People that I get into arguments with, and then once the argument is over, it's over. we go back to, we're gonna go out to eat or we're gonna laugh, and I'm learning so much. I wish I had that. It's like, now we always want to go back knowing all we know now. We want to go back because we're ready to be 20 years old and make the right choices.
right.
Yeah, but
You can go
it
back.
doesn't
and
work
tell
that
your
way.
younger
But I'm
self.
happy because now, like I said, my biggest motto, it's better be happy than be right. And I
Now, some people might say, well, that better for you to be happy or for your wife to be happy, everything's good. But what about you? I mean,
we don't matter. We don't. Listen, if your wife is happy, that's all. You've reached your goal. If your wife's not happy, you're not going to be happy.
right, life's gonna be
All
hard.
right. And if you're right and she's wrong, that's not
I
going to
guess,
make you
in
happy.
other words,
Yeah.
you choose your battles. I guess you choose.
Don't even
Not even
choose your
oh
battles.
my
Don't even
goodness.
fight.
Donnie.
What are you going to fight for? I saw my dad going on 57 years of marriage. And I saw that when I was 18 because I would get into an argument with my mom, and my mom was always right in his eyes. And he still does it. Except that now I can say it to him in front of her and she'll just start laughing because she knows she's got him.
Right.
It doesn't matter what. Last night I went out to eat with them. I said something to my mom and she looked at me. She started saying something and my dad jumped in. But I was like, no, I don't want to hear it because I already know mom is right and I'm wrong.
Wow.
And
It's okay, but I guess it works for them.
it works for 57 years.
Yeah, it works for
57
them.
years. So
Yeah, works for
it
them.
doesn't. Yeah, better be happy than right.
Now, did you do the self inquiry and talk and sit with yourself, or did you seek therapy to get
No
up with-
therapy. I didn't go for therapy.
And most men don't go for that.
I've gotten therapy for other things.
Okay, but
Did
not
I?
for the divorce.
We did do counseling and all that stuff. But as far as therapy, because I got a divorce, I didn't feel that I needed that. I did feel that I needed to sit down with myself, to be honest with myself and realize where did I go wrong.
Right.
Instead of thinking that, hey, she was all wrong and I was all right. That's BS. There's no such thing as a man being right.
Wow, Donnie. I don't know.
Want to be happy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Be happy. Stop trying to be right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's your advice. Okay.
The one from my circle of friends, another good advice I've gotten. Once they put their gloves on to fight, just don't bother. It's not gonna get you anywhere. It's not. Yeah, if they want to fight, they will always want to fight.
I guess at the end of the day is what works for you. I mean, there's no wrong.
No,
or right,
no.
No?
I'm telling you, they will
Okay.
always want to fight. You just, it's okay, hon. Okay, sweetheart. Okay, girl. You're right. I got it.
And you're gonna be okay with that.
Yeah, you gotta be okay with that. Or you're gonna be divorced, unhappy, and lonely and sad.
But what about having a conversation, a hard time conversation where you're telling your wife or your partner, listen, this is what's making me happy. You're not saying that you're wrong or I'm
No,
right.
the conversation is always great. It's just that we have to know when to.
Okay.
And,
So
and like I said,
you pick and choose then which
but
one you're
don't
gonna
ever
have.
choose fighting though.
Right.
You-
A conversation
Conversation
and
is
communication, clarity,
great. Know what to say.
You know, well, I mean,
Listen.
know what to say and how to
it's-
say it.
How to say it. It's never going to be equal. All right. She doesn't want you to do this to her. Wait for her. She's going to do it to you. And when she does it, don't bring it up.
Wait, if
Don't-
she does something bad to you, and I don't understand what that means.
If there's something that she doesn't want you to do to her,
Like what? Like do
don't leave the house without saying goodbye.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something simple. And I'm taking that.
Right. Was it acknowledging,
Yeah,
being
right.
considerate? Okay.
Don't leave the house without
Right,
saying goodbye.
right.
If she leaves the house without saying goodbye, it's okay. Just call her and say, hey, hon, you okay? How's everything? Don't bring it up. Just have a conversation and then
Right.
wish her a happy day. But don't say, you don't want me to leave the house without saying goodbye and look at you. That's not going to get you.
Right.
I've been there, done that.
But
Oh yeah, it gets you know.
But I guess at the end of the day, like I said, communication is key. If you talk about what you want, let's say you want to call just to say hi, how's everything, honey? Because I believe your partner or your wife should be, when you're with her or him, it should be a place of safety, of security, when you let your hair down. Because when you're, as I know as a man, you out there, as a woman, you're out there fighting the world. When you come home, that should be your sanctuary. Your woman should be your sanctuary, not a place you're gonna come and fight the world too.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's one of the things that I learned is that, and I've said that to my ex, we would talk, even while I'm married, I said, would you have chosen me as a good friend?
Oh, wow.
And the answer
during the marriage?
Yeah. Answer would always be no, because I don't like your ways. And that's being honest.
She says if she wasn't married to you, she wouldn't choose you as a friend.
We agreed on that. Because it's true. Sometimes we think that we don't want to marry our friend. Yes, we do. Yes. Your best friend needs to be your partner.
I agree.
Your best friend, because whenever you have that one person that you call every time something goes right or something goes wrong, it better be the wife or better be the husband. Because if it's not, then you're not on the good space. Oh no.
Wow. So now
that's the other, a comedian said that you don't have to love her. You just gotta like her.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. You don't have to love her.
You have to at least like her, yeah.
Not even, no, at least, no.
Like her.
Yeah.
Like her.
Yeah, like her.
Wow.
Okay, just like you have friends, you like them, you love hanging out with them. You get into arguments with them, but that's okay. Tomorrow, hey, you good? You good?
Wow.
Boom. That's because you like them. You don't love those friends. You're not in love with those friends.
Right.
All right? And love is just the feeling.
But you like them. They're good people.
When you like the person because you don't mind being around them 24/7.
Right. Okay. Now I know I'm just putting out there. I know when I first got divorced, I think I was telling you, I was sharing my experience that was with my husband since I was 15, 16 years old. So I was married for 30. So after my divorce, I had to experience dating, knowing my boundaries and my deal. I didn't know any of that, So
it's difficult.
Yeah.
Spent a long time married, and all of a sudden now you're out there. You gotta go choose somebody, and a lot of people are overqualified.
Wait, they're overqualified?
That's overqualified. That's a term a friend of mine used to use. If she ever met a guy, 45, never married, no child, overqualified. What is wrong with you that you're 45, you never had a kid, you've never been married? What have you been doing? Or what is it about you that's scaring everybody away?
So why is that? Why do you use the word overqualified?
It's just a way of putting it. Yeah.
But it could be because they made their choice. I mean, society puts these things on, especially on women, that at 35 you should have this, you should be pregnant, be married. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does. But you think about it too.
What's wrong with you?
Look
at you.
Negro, you are overqualified.
Oh God. All right. So now, do you have boundaries and you have deal breakers? And because you and I talked about you've learned that now you're dating.
You have to have
first have to be a friend first.
Yeah. If you can't, that person can't be a friend. What's the point?
Right.
What's the point? But boundaries are always great too, because when you give too much, too quick, it tends to ruin things. Everything.
What do you mean give much? Like the initial?
No, too much of anything. Too much of anything is already not good. You can't be dating someone you're already sharing bank accounts. I'm just using.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. Right. Yeah. Get you like you said before, in our conversation.
If you have kids, take your time. You don't have to introduce the kids until you know for sure. Because how many times are you going to introduce your kids to people that you don't want to do that? So just take your time, get to know, become friends.
And you was also telling me last night when we were talking that you need to observe them, watch them.
Oh yeah, watch them, watch their
Yeah,
families.
their families, right? That's true, because how they treat their mom, their dad, their siblings is yeah. I went out with this guy one time, and it was I mean I didn't know anything. I was just like way behind the ears, and I mean how do you say this? Is fresh meat, as it's and
Who, you or him?
me he was
Oh.
he said I was fresh meat.
Oh, that's what
Yeah.
he said.
Yeah, because he was right. I didn't know anything. So we were in a restaurant, and he was so rude. He was treating the waitress very disrespectful. I'm like, what the hell is this? He's like you said, watch them.
Yep.
Watch them. Yeah.
Whatever they tell you, believe it.
So what would you say the biggest lesson you've learned from the divorce and your marriage that now you're taking out?
Open communication.
Communication.
Communicate.
And I always want to add clarity, because I know a lot of times, especially when you're first dating, you just want to get your feet wet. You're afraid to scare anybody. And a lot of times people say something you don't understand. And either you don't want to be rude, and you don't ask for clarity. What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
So now my big focus is become fearless. There's nothing to be afraid of, especially my age.
Yeah. Oh.
What
What you gonna be afraid of?
If you're confused, if you're not sure what the person means, say, listen, what do you mean by that? I don't
Remember,
understand.
one thing I was told once, I had breaking up issues. Lord have mercy. I didn't know what that meant until I found out the hard way.
What do you mean breaking
But
up issues?
that person told me that they had issues breaking up with people.
Like they couldn't do it, or when they get broken up with, they get like
Yeah.
crazy, or oh. And you didn't get clarification on that.
No. Like breaking up issues. Okay. No. Whenever they tell you something, believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Believe it. Okay. All right. So now, before I close, what would be your last advice to the women and the men that's listening? Because you could go for
Trust yourself.
trust yourself.
Trust yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Because a lot of times we say, this is not it. And still yet we go.
Right. Even though you're feeling one way,
We see all
right?
the signs that we need.
But you go forward anyway.
Yeah.
You go forward anyway. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And abstinence is not a bad thing. Because once you get there, everything else
I know.
resolves around getting there
Yeah,
again. And then
yeah.
common sense out.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about for men, but I know for women, or for me, once you get involved too quickly, and especially sexually, it clouds you. It clouds your sense of understanding.
It does.
You don't
It does.
really,
It does.
It clouds you.
And if the man is not truly into you, once he gets there, he starts backing off.
Wow. See that?
Yeah. So
So first, figure out is it intention, is it the agenda before you.
whomever's intention, not his, the woman or the guy. Let's not bash my man.
Oh no, I'm not, no, far from it.
I know.
I'm far from it. Right. In other words, right. Because even the woman could be doing that too.
Yep.
Yeah, it could be in
All the
reverse.
sisters
Absolutely.
out there.
Yeah, I know you've had some.
No, I have no bad.
You lie. No, for real.
No. All is well. All is well.
Oh,
I'm a caretaker. I take care of my parents. That's my main goal right now.
okay, so you're family oriented kind of. So you're a woman that has the same kind of values you do, and
Yeah.
see life the same way you do. Okay. So is anything else you wanna say? Anything
No,
that's on your heart?
it's not easy. Become friends, trust yourself, and communicate.
That's what I'm learning now in myself, is because growing up and being married so long, I didn't really do much dating. So at times when I would be dating, I would ask my friends, okay, what do you think? What do you think? Until I learned to trust me.
Yeah.
So now I no longer need a 10 people survey, because if you ask,
know, right.
to what you want, because you're going to get 10 different answers. So at the end of the day, get to know who you are and trust your gut. You know, it's funny. I want to end it where I was into this rabbi. I think I wrote it down, and he made a great statement. He says, when you're going on a date, and it's for you to take data. I just want to write it down, and information. Get to know the person. If you're on a date and the person in front of you has a pimple on his face, pimple means, I'm just using a metaphor. It could be anything. In other words, if there's something there you don't like, don't try to do surgery on it. Don't try to remove it. Don't put makeup on it. Like you said, don't move forward because these are all red flags. Because whatever you
Don't
don't
ask them to remove it.
yes,
They know it's there.
right. So whatever you don't like at the first initial, whatever you saw you didn't like, is always going to be there. 3 months later, 4 months later, it's always going to be there. It's going to be right. It's going to grow. So I thought it was I thought it was a great statement. So whatever you see, I'm just using that as metaphor, but don't put makeup on it. Don't don't do surgery. Don't, try to go around it. Take it, like you said, trust your gut and move on. Move on.
And it's okay. It's okay to be by yourself.
It's
not a bad
okay. Yes, that's true. That's true. It's okay to be, time being single is a time to, like you said, to get to know who you are. Because I think that I realize if you're not prepared to be out there, knowing who you are, what you want, you're going to attract all the wrong kinds of people. I really believe that if you do the work and you think and you sit with yourself, figure it out, and you become the person you're looking for, you become it. You become, the kind person or the thinker, whatever it is that you're looking for, you become it. Then your energy would bring that right person in.
Oh yeah, I truly believe that.
Yeah. I had to learn that.
I'm experiencing that.
Really.
There's something about that right person that comes to you.
Yeah. But you have to be ready though, right?
You got to be ready.
Because if you're not ready, you're going to end up losing that person.
You're going to mess up.
Yeah, you're going to mess up. You're going to mess up. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Donnie, for being part of Growing Pains, a Generation Conversation. Thank you, guys. Let me know what you think. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Growing Pains, a Generational Conversation with Chloe and Suzy. I hope you enjoyed this conversation. We did. And please comment and let me know what you think. Thank you. Thank you very much.